Deep beneath the waves, shrouded in mystery, lies a memory of a civilization lost. This is Lemuria, a continent swallowed by the ocean millennia ago. Whispers of its existence echo through time, carried on the winds of ancient lore. Legends speak of a vibrant culture, advanced beyond our wildest dreams, a people in tune with nature, living in harmony with the earth and its secrets. These stories, passed down through generations, hint at a truth buried beneath the sands of time. A truth that challenges our understanding of history and humanity's place within it. Join us now as we embark on a journey into the heart of this enigma. Let us dive deep into the myths and legends, sifting fact from fiction. Our quest is to uncover the secrets of Lemuria. We seek to understand its people, their culture, their rise, and their ultimate fall. Prepare yourself, for the path ahead is shrouded in mist and veiled in the passage of ages. But the rewards, the knowledge gained from unearthing this lost world will be worth the journey. Lemuria, they say, was more than just a continent. It was a cradle of civilization, where humanity took its first steps towards enlightenment. Imagine a land of towering cities, of shimmering temples reaching for the heavens. Picture lush forests teeming with life, and crystal-clear waters reflecting the wisdom of the ancients. This was Lemuria, a land of peace and prosperity. Its people, known as Lemurians, were said to possess great wisdom and spiritual understanding. They lived in harmony with nature, drawing their power from the Earth's energy. They mastered the elements, communed with spirits, and explored the cosmos with an understanding that we, in the modern world, can only dream of. But their story, like all stories, is not without its conflicts. The legend of Lemuria is intertwined with another lost civilization, Atlantis. These two advanced cultures, once living in harmony, eventually became locked in a struggle for dominance. Their conflict, a clash of ideologies and ambitions, would have repercussions that echoed through the ages, shaping the destiny of humanity. Legends whisper of a time before time, a time when the Earth was young and the continents were still forming. From the depths of the Pacific Ocean, a new landmass arose. Volcanic fires birthed its shores, and the relentless forces of nature sculpted its majestic mountains and fertile valleys. This was Lemuria, a land destined for greatness. As millennia passed, life began to flourish on this pristine continent. Lush rainforests carpeted the land, vibrant coral reefs adorned its coasts, and strange and wonderful creatures roamed its untamed wilderness. Into this paradise came a new species drawn by the promise of a new beginning. They were the ancestors of the Lemurians, a people destined to shape the future of humankind. These early settlers lived in harmony with nature. They revered the earth as their mother, respecting her rhythms and learning her secrets. They lived in small, nomadic tribes, moving with the seasons and relying on their deep connection to the natural world for survival. Over time, these scattered tribes began to coalesce, drawn together by a shared language, culture, and spiritual beliefs. They built the first settlements, humble villages nestled in the heart of the forests or perched on the edges of crystal-clear lakes. They learned to cultivate the land, harnessing the power of the sun and the rain to nourish themselves. The seeds of Lemurian civilization had been sown, ready to blossom into something truly extraordinary. The Lemurians were a people deeply connected to the earth and its energies. They believed in the interconnectedness of all things, recognizing the divine spark present in every living creature and element. This profound respect for nature permeated every aspect of their culture, from their daily lives to their grandest cities. Their homes were often built with natural materials, blending seamlessly into the surrounding environment. They crafted beautiful and intricate artwork inspired by the natural world, their creations reflecting the intricate patterns of leaves, the flowing movements of water, and the vibrant colors of flowers. Music and dance played a central role in their spiritual practices and social gatherings. Their melodies, often accompanied by the sounds of nature, were said to have the power to heal the sick, soothe the soul, and connect them to the divine. Lemurians possessed a deep understanding of the healing power of plants and crystals. They developed sophisticated forms of herbal medicine, using their knowledge to treat illnesses and maintain their well-being. Their healers were highly respected members of society, their wisdom sought after by all. They also mastered the art of crystal healing, believing that crystals held within them the concentrated energies of the earth, capable of amplifying their intentions and restoring balance to the body and mind. This harmonious coexistence with nature fostered a deep sense of peace and contentment within Lemurian society. Wars were rare, and conflict resolution often involved peaceful negotiations and a focus on restoring harmony. Their lives were not without challenges, of course, but they faced them together, united by their shared beliefs and their deep respect for the delicate balance of life. As the Lemurian civilization matured, so too did their understanding of the universe and the forces that govern it. They delved into the mysteries of energy, exploring the unseen currents that flowed through all things. Their mastery of these energies, both subtle and powerful, allowed them to achieve feats that would seem like magic to our modern eyes. One of their most remarkable achievements was their ability to harness the power of crystals. They discovered that by carefully shaping and arranging crystals, they could amplify and direct energy, much like we use lenses to focus light. This led to the development of advanced technologies that utilized crystal energy for a variety of purposes. They built intricate crystal grids beneath their cities, drawing upon the Earth's natural energy to power their homes and temples. They even developed a form of transportation that utilized crystal energy to levitate and propel their vehicles, silently gliding through the air without the need for roads or wheels. This mastery of energy also extended to the realm of healing. Lemurian healers used their knowledge of crystals and energy to treat a wide range of ailments, from physical injuries to emotional imbalances. They could channel healing energy through crystals, directing it to the areas of the body that needed it most. This advanced understanding of energy also allowed them to communicate telepathically. They believed that thoughts and emotions were themselves forms of energy capable of being transmitted and received. This ability fostered a deep sense of connection among the Lemurians, allowing them to share their thoughts and feelings openly and honestly. Lemuria's influence stretched far beyond its own shores. As their civilization blossomed, so too did their desire to share their knowledge and wisdom with the wider world. They sent out emissaries, not conquerors, to distant lands, carrying with them the seeds of their advanced culture. These emissaries, revered for their wisdom and compassion, traveled far and wide. They crossed vast oceans in their crystal-powered vessels, their sails billowing with the winds of change. They journeyed to continents untouched by civilization, encountering tribes and cultures in their infancy. Their mission was not to conquer or control, but to guide and inspire. They shared their knowledge of agriculture, teaching others how to cultivate the land and live in harmony with nature. They introduced the concepts of healing and spirituality, helping others to connect with their inner wisdom and the divine forces of the universe. The Lemurians believed that true power lay not in dominance, but in unity and cooperation. They established trade routes, fostering cultural exchange and economic prosperity. They built temples and sanctuaries in distant lands, places where people could gather to learn, meditate, and connect with the divine. Through these acts of kindness and generosity, the Lemurians helped to lay the foundation for human civilization as we know it. Their legacy lived on long after their continent sank beneath the waves. Their teachings passed down through generations, influencing the development of cultures across the globe. The Lemurians were pioneers in many fields, their advancements in science, technology, and spirituality leaving an indelible mark on human history. Their understanding of astronomy was particularly profound. They built elaborate observatories, aligning them with the stars and planets, tracking their movements with remarkable accuracy. They believed that the cosmos held profound secrets, and they dedicated their lives to unraveling the mysteries of the universe. Their knowledge of mathematics and geometry was equally impressive. They developed complex systems of measurement, allowing them to construct their grand cities and temples with astonishing precision. Their understanding of sacred geometry in particular influenced their art, architecture, and spiritual practices. They believed that certain geometric shapes and proportions held inherent power and harmony, reflecting the underlying order of the universe. They incorporated these sacred geometries into their buildings, believing that they would amplify energy, enhance consciousness, and promote spiritual well-being. The Lemurians were also masters of sound and vibration. They understood that sound could be used not only for communication and entertainment, but also for healing and spiritual transformation. They developed instruments of exquisite beauty and precision, their music said to have the power to soothe the soul, heal the sick, and even alter consciousness. They used sound in their temples and healing centers, creating resonant frequencies that promoted relaxation, meditation, and spiritual awakening. Their understanding of sound and vibration was far ahead of their time, and their insights continue to inspire musicians, healers, and spiritual seekers today. While the physical remnants of Lemuria may lie submerged beneath the ocean, echoes of their civilization can still be found scattered across the globe. Ancient ruins, megalithic structures, and enigmatic artifacts whisper of their existence, hinting at a time when their culture flourished. In the depths of the Amazon rainforest, for example, archaeologists have discovered intricate cave paintings depicting beings with elongated skulls, reminiscent of the legendary Lemurians. These paintings, some dating back thousands of years, depict scenes of advanced technology, spiritual rituals, and celestial beings, suggesting a connection to this lost civilization. On the remote Easter Island, the enigmatic Moai statues stand sentinel, their stoic faces gazing out over the vast Pacific. Some believe that these massive stone figures carved from volcanic rock were created by descendants of Lemuria, their features preserving the memory of their ancestors. And in the heart of the Himalayas, ancient texts speak of a hidden land called Shambhala, a spiritual paradise where advanced beings reside, preserving the wisdom of a lost civilization. Some believe that Shambhala is the spiritual successor to Lemuria, a place where the teachings and traditions of this ancient culture have been preserved for millennia. These tantalizing clues, scattered across the globe, offer glimpses into the grandeur and influence of Lemuria. They challenge our conventional understanding of history, suggesting that our planet's past is far richer and more mysterious than we currently know. The Lemurians' legacy is not just one of stone and legend. It resonates most powerfully in the realm of healing and spirituality. Their holistic approach to well-being, their deep connection to nature, and their understanding of energy continue to inspire and inform healing practices today. Central to their healing practices was the concept of energy healing. They believed that illness stemmed from imbalances in the body's energy field. Their healers, through techniques such as laying on of hands, crystal therapy, and sound healing, sought to restore harmony and balance to the flow of energy within the body. They understood that the mind, body, and spirit were interconnected, and their healing modalities addressed all aspects of a person's being. Their emphasis on preventative care, healthy living, and spiritual well-being resonates deeply with modern holistic health practices. Today, many people find solace and healing in practices rooted in Lemurian traditions. Crystal healing, sound therapy, and energy work have experienced a resurgence in popularity as people seek alternative paths to well-being. The Lemurian emphasis on compassion, empathy, and interconnectedness also finds expression in modern movements dedicated to environmentalism, social justice, and global unity. The spirit of Lemuria, though its physical presence may be lost, continues to inspire us to live in greater harmony with ourselves, with each other, and with the planet we call home. Their legacy reminds us that true power lies not in domination, but in compassion, understanding, and the pursuit of wisdom. For millennia, a golden age reigned. Lemuria, with its spiritual wisdom, thrived. Across the world, on an island continent bathed in the light of the setting sun, another civilization flourished, Atlantis. Proud and powerful, the Atlanteans too reached for the heavens. Their prowess lay not in spiritual understanding, but in technological might. At first, these two cultures coexisted. They exchanged knowledge, shared resources, and marveled at each other's achievements. The Lemurians, with their wisdom of the earth, offered spiritual guidance and healing arts. The Atlanteans, masters of technology, shared their advancements in engineering, architecture, and energy manipulation. But as time wore on, shadows crept into this once harmonious relationship. The Atlanteans, driven by ambition and a thirst for power, began to view the world differently. Their technological advancements, once a source of wonder, became tools for control. They sought to impose their will upon the world, to bend nature to their desires. The Lemurians, sensing a growing imbalance, watched with concern. Their philosophy, rooted in harmony and respect for all life, stood in stark contrast to the Atlanteans' burgeoning hunger for dominance. The seeds of conflict were sown, a clash of ideologies destined to shake the very foundations of the world. The heart of the conflict lay in two contrasting visions of humanity's destiny. The Lemurians, attuned to the Earth's subtle energies, believed in a path of spiritual evolution. They saw technology as a tool for growth and understanding, never to be used for control or domination. Their goal was harmony between humans, nature, and the cosmos. The Atlanteans, on the other hand, viewed technology as the ultimate expression of power. They built magnificent cities, towering structures of glass and steel, powered by crystals that harnessed the very forces of nature. They developed weapons of immense destructive power, capable of leveling mountains and splitting the very fabric of reality. This lust for power began to corrupt the Atlantean soul. They sought to control not just the elements, but their fellow humans as well. They established colonies, imposing their will upon other cultures, demanding tribute and obedience. The Lemurians, horrified by this turn of events, tried to reason with their former allies. They sent emissaries, bearing messages of peace and urging a return to harmony, but the Atlanteans, drunk on their own power, would not be swayed. They dismissed the Lemurians' pleas as weakness, their spiritual teachings as quaint relics of a bygone era. The rift between the two civilizations widened, a chasm carved not by geography but by opposing ideologies. War, once unthinkable, became an inevitable consequence of their diverging paths. The war between Lemuria and Atlantis was unlike any that had come before. It was a clash of titans, a battle that raged across continents and shook the very foundations of the world. The Atlanteans, wielding their technological might, unleashed weapons of terrifying power. Their airships, sheathed in shimmering energy shields, darkened the skies. Their death rays, fueled by the manipulated energies of crystals, could level entire cities in an instant. The Lemurians, though technologically outmatched, fought back with the ferocity of cornered lions. They called upon the forces of nature, summoning storms and earthquakes to disrupt their enemies' advances. They used their mastery of crystal energy for healing and defense, creating protective shields and channeling powerful bursts of energy against their attackers. But despite their courage and ingenuity, the Lemurians were gradually pushed back. The Atlanteans, consumed by their own hubris, unleashed their most terrible weapon, a device capable of manipulating the very tectonic plates of the Earth. Their intention was to trigger a cataclysmic event, to reshape the world in their own image. The Lemurians, sensing the impending doom, knew that they could not win a conventional war. They made a fateful decision, one that would alter the course of history and seal the fate of their civilization. The Lemurians, facing the terrifying power of the Atlantean weapon, made a heart-wrenching choice. Their beloved homeland, the land they had nurtured for millennia, would become their shield. Using their mastery of Earth's energies, they would sacrifice Lemuria to save the world. Deep within the Earth, beneath the roots of their ancient forests and the shimmering crystal caves, they gathered. The greatest of their sages, their hearts heavy with sorrow but resolute in their purpose, channeled their combined power. They activated ancient crystals dormant for eons, their song resonating with the heartbeat of the planet. The Atlanteans, unaware of the sacrifice being made, unleashed their weapon. The Earth shuddered, a groan echoing across continents as tectonic plates shifted under their control. But the energy they unleashed was met by another, a wave of pure, compassionate force emanating from the heart of Lemuria. The cataclysm was unavoidable, but its target shifted. Instead of shattering continents and reshaping the world according to Atlantean design, the unleashed energy surged towards Lemuria. The continent, racked by earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, began to sink beneath the waves. As the cataclysmic waves crashed down, the Lemurians retreated to higher ground. But they knew their fate was sealed. Their once great cities, their temples and libraries, all they had built were swallowed by the raging sea. Yet there was no panic, no blame. They faced their destiny with the same grace and wisdom that had defined their civilization. From the highest peaks, now vanishing beneath the waves, they sent out one final message, a pulse of energy imbued with their love, their knowledge, their hopes for the future surged outwards. It traveled across the world, a silent farewell echoing through the fabric of reality itself. Some Lemurians, heeding ancient prophecies, had boarded ships, seeking refuge in distant lands. They carried with them the seeds of their culture, their hearts heavy with the loss of their homeland, but determined to preserve their legacy. These survivors scattered to the four corners of the earth. Some found their way to the Americas, where their descendants would build new civilizations, echoing Lemurian architecture and spirituality. Others sailed east, reaching the shores of Africa and Asia, their knowledge influencing the development of ancient cultures there. The world was forever changed. The cataclysm that sank Lemuria also shattered Atlantis. Its arrogant power drowned in the very chaos it had sought to unleash. The age of these great civilizations for a time was over, but Lemuria did not vanish entirely. Deep beneath the waves, cradled in the arms of the ocean that had claimed it, its memory endured. Ruined cities, now adorned with coral and populated by silent fish, stand as testaments to a glorious past. Temples, their once gleaming surfaces now worn smooth by the currents, still hum with residual energy. And somewhere hidden in the deepest trenches, guarded by the weight of millennia and the secrets of the deep, it is said that a fragment of Lemuria endures. Not a physical landmass, but a nexus of energy, a repository of knowledge, a beacon for those seeking the wisdom of this lost civilization. Some believe that one day, when humanity has learned the lessons of the past and rediscovered the path of harmony, Lemuria will rise again. Until then, its memory lives on, whispered on the wind, carried in ancient stories and encoded in the very fabric of our being. It reminds us that even in the face of unimaginable destruction, hope and wisdom can endure. Lemuria may be gone, swallowed by the ocean's embrace, but its essence lingers. Like a scent on the breeze, it whispers through time, touching us in ways we barely understand. The Lemurians were dreamers, healers, and seekers of truth. Their civilization, though lost, reminds us that there is another way, a way of balance, of harmony, of respect for the earth and all its creatures. We may never walk among their grand cities or decipher the secrets etched on their submerged temples, but their legacy lives on. It shimmers in the starlight, a reminder that we are part of something vast and ancient. It echoes in the silence of meditation, urging us to look within for the wisdom they held dear. The Lemurians understood that true power lies not in dominance, but in connection. Connection to ourselves, to each other, and to the web of life that sustains us all. Their story, though shrouded in myth and mystery, holds a powerful message for us today. It reminds us that even the greatest civilizations are transient, subject to the ebb and flow of time. But the human spirit, the yearning for knowledge, for connection, for something greater than ourselves, that endures. Lemuria's legacy is not a collection of artifacts or ruins. It is a call to awaken, to remember who we truly are. Today, the search for Lemuria continues. Scientists, archaeologists, and mystics alike are drawn to its mystery. Some seek physical evidence, submerged ruins, ancient texts, artifacts that survived the cataclysm. Others delve into the realm of myth and legend, piecing together fragments of ancient stories, seeking clues to its location and its secrets. Some believe that Lemuria's true legacy is not physical, but spiritual. They seek to tap into the wisdom of this lost civilization, to reconnect with its energy, to revive its teachings of harmony and enlightenment. Whether we find concrete evidence of Lemuria's existence or not, the search itself is a testament to its enduring power, It speaks to our yearning for a time when humanity lived in greater harmony with itself and the planet. It reminds us that our history is not set in stone, that there are still mysteries to be uncovered, and that the past holds valuable lessons for the present. The search for Lemuria is a journey of rediscovery. It is a quest to reclaim lost knowledge, to reconnect with our ancient roots, and to explore the hidden potential that lies dormant within us all. It is a reminder that the human spirit is capable of great things, of building extraordinary civilizations, of overcoming seemingly insurmountable challenges, and of leaving behind a legacy that inspires generations to come. Though the waves may have closed over Lemuria long ago, its story is far from over. It lives on in our hearts, in our imaginations, and in our collective memory. And who knows, perhaps one day, the lost continent of Lemuria will rise again, not from the depths of the ocean, but from the depths of our own awakening consciousness.